Okay, I have never played Osmos before. I have no idea what it is. Don't know what genre it is. No, absolutely nothing. Full screen mode, yes. Don't know if the audio balance is good, so when we start playing, let me know if it's too loud, too quiet. Give me a flow vibe here on the title screen. It's a PS3 game, I think. 2 intro levels. Every reaction is equal and opposite reaction. Isaac Newton. This is you. Cool. A cell? Okay. Line the cursor behind you and press the left mouse button. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, it's curling, but with cells? That's pretty fun. Cool. Hold the button down for heavier propulsion. You shrink when you eject mass. Ah, interesting. Touch smaller motes to absorb them. Avoid larger motes or be absorbed. I see. So I have to absorb some here so that the level is beatable. And the red is showing me how close I am to losing enough mass for the level to be losable. Okay. Game's maybe a touch quiet. It doesn't have a lot of audio, but I'll try to adjust it here in a second. Got it. Just need to eat it there. Ambient welcome. It does kind of remind me of Flow, which is a game I haven't thought about in decades. I don't know if there's an S at the end of that. There might be. Zoom out with mouse wheel up or down. I guess it's also kind of like Agario. It's another game I haven't thought of in a long time. Although the curling aspect is kind of cool, unexpected. Do you like that you lose mass when you do it? So did this come out before Agario? Level complete. Become the biggest. Interesting. Agario is like multiplayer browser Osmos, essentially. With a less complicated propulsion and mass system, I suppose. Play a random variation of any level by playing, pressing Alt-C. First reception. Become the biggest. Oh, okay. I can already see there's some cool design space in here. Ah, balls. Having to deal with the like almost gravitational pull is cool here. I like that. It's also a thing you can take advantage of. Oh, it's on mobile. That's cool. It would probably work really well on mobile. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Orbit visualization. I see. Right on. Absorb the repulsor. So if you're speedrunning, you could really do this pretty fast. Oh, but now there's a bunch of other cells eating all of my food. Okay. See how that's tricky. This is not good. Ah! Okay, I gotta make sure I get food and then wrap up the level more quickly next time. terminated. Okay. Okay. I think I was able to get that one pretty quickly last time, but... Get pretty big pretty quickly if you start moving right away. Okay. Zone complete. Artificial life. Yeah, any game that only requires one input and I guess a position is a good candidate for mobile, I think. Absorb the ovarium. Oh. You gotta like decide, is it worth the fast propulsion? You might end up losing more mass than you gain from speeding to pick something up right at the beginning, it feels like. I do like the idea of them siphoning parts of you off if you get a little too close to them. Ah. Had it, but then the propulsion was too damaging to my mass. That is a very cute game. I like it. Definitely overkill, it seems like. So it seems like the bigger you are, the more mass you have to eject to get the same amount of propulsion. So if you just hold it down, you're going to lose a lot of mass really fast. Easily competing against that guy. Okay, I see. It shows blue is when I can potentially capture it. Okay. Well, I just realized my propulsion is generating little guys too. It's cool. Most of them are just like really simple cellular automata. It's actually actively trying to escape me, but as long as I'm eating its shit, it's still coming out ahead in that equation. It's both getting smaller and I'm getting bigger. Oh. Right click to slow down time. Oh, interesting. In case I had to do like a tight maneuver. Biophobe. Okay, the audio is a bit louder now, so I'm going to turn it down a hair. I'm seeing where it peaks. Slow time effect is pretty useful. Okay, so if the membrane is blue, I can siphon on the side. But as soon as it turns red, there's no siphoning allowed. If I touch it, it'll start to siphon me, essentially. Biophobe. Ah! That's fine. Hey, Bucky, how you doing? That's really a biophobe. They're not fucking kidding. It just requires that it get... Oh, God. Fuck. It just needs to get eaten. I don't necessarily need to be the one who eats it, seems like. Ah! At least last mission, I think something else ate it, and then the mission said it was cleared. Beaten this a little bit ago, unfortunately. Oh, he's recovering pretty well. I'm impressed. Looks like he already recovered enough that, yeah, damn. All right, Altar. Don't think I have enough to start siphoning that guy. No, it's siphoning off me. Because bright red just suggested it's like super dangerous to try to siphon. Okay, that's good. This is a cool game. I like it. Feels like there's a lot of things you can do with different bosses. Behaviors for level design. Yeah, I agree. Bouncing like that's pretty bad for me in terms of trying to recover. Got him, nice. Your training is complete. Choose your own path. New levels unlocked. Oh, interesting. Force ascension, survival of the fittest, ambient tour. It's more gravity. Become the biggest. It's a pretty tough starting state. Oh, geez. That doesn't look good. So my constant, is that trail showing material that's constantly decaying off of me? Is that how I should read that? Figure out the best way to get some initial... It's probably that little guy up there northwest of me. If I can get the trajectory right. Ah! Oh, nope, that's not happening. You could really get fucked by the gravity, or however you want to think about it. Osmotic pressure, I guess. Come on, crash into me. Oh, Jesus. Visual effects letting you see your orbit trail. Okay. Careful feeding these too much. I need to get some lucky big absorbs here, I feel like. Yeah, that's gonna help a bit. Helps a lot. Ah! Escape velocity. I do like the kind of notion that this, you know, orbiting structure is fractal throughout the universe at the macro and very micro scales, right? Like, you could eventually do a level in this game where instead of being a cell, you're just a astral body, right? Accreting material. That big one's gonna be a problem. Level complete, okay. Grab the 3 repulsors. That's cute too, starting out like this here. Because it dynamically gives you the "this doesn't look good" message based on how much mass you have and how much everything else has, I take it. That went pretty well. Played a decent amount of Agario. Never was particularly good at it. That makes sense, yeah. It doesn't just trigger at a static size, it's dynamic based on that. Oh, that's getting a little dangerous. So you could try to make a trail that becomes a big circle that then eats one of the repulsors for you. Probably not the best strategy, but it's funny that it's possible technically. I wonder if this is zero sum or if some amount of mass is like being destroyed every time you do propulsion. Or if always the same amount of mass is on the board no matter what, right? So basically the rules of a Pac-Man ghost. I forget which ghost always runs away. It's down to 1 repulsor. Nice. To fully control the flow of time, hold down control and use mouse wheel. Speed up time to shorten the wait. Absorb the attractor. It's not like it'd affect my strategy or anything, I was just curious. Oop. I think you can immediately snowball right at the start with some good early decisions. I guess I definitely permanently lose mass to the red border, so that's good to know. Okay, well, I'm not getting myself a good amount of extra mass here, so this is probably not the way to do this. Wonder if I could start siphoning this guy at the beginning, because he's technically slightly blue. Oh, not if I move toward him at all, okay. I did see it, yeah. I've used it a bunch of times. Nope, I'm dead. Nice. Thought that might work. No worries. Okay. I guess we need to just get a bunch of momentum and then just let it go, I think. Since I do lose a lot of mass to the red wall in this one. Gonna take advantage of the pull here, although I gotta be careful with some of it, because if it all gets pulled in the center, then the center thing gets too big for me to be able to absorb, I take it. Oh, I almost had it. That's too bad. Come on. So close. Fuck. Can't hold that long. Has to be a little boost. That's better. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I noticed I basically accidentally did a little slingshot maneuver there. I guess you can probably get into a stable orbit. Siphoned some of it, which should help, but I guess that probably also reduced its gravitational pull. Sweet. That's cool. Yeah, Zen attractors, epicycles. Come the biggest. as much pull as I would have liked there. I start out pretty tiny here. Oops. Hit that first, and then this guy. I like the attractor levels a lot. I feel like they really change what the game feels like to play. I'm gonna hit the wall, okay. I guess if the line turns red, what that's saying is that I'm doomed, essentially, if I don't adjust course. Okay. Oh, you just said the same thing. Okay. Now I'm doomed. More and more doomed very quickly. Okay. A good target to try to go for here. But only doomed with the body that's attracting me, right? Like, it won't project that I'm about to crash into just a random red cell. Really spent too much material there, but that's okay. I do have more stuff that I can technically absorb on the map now. Ah. Gotcha. Guess I'm on a collision course with the outside wall there. I guess I could do a random level, but here I kind of like that I have to figure out, like, clearly they space the initial obstacles here to try to bait you to learn what you're supposed to do in this situation. Don't think that was worth it. Like, I want to like slow down time and micro adjust when I'm getting close to one. That was probably more mass loss than I gained. You're right, there's a button I can press to get a random level, but I'd rather have the authored level. That was not worth it. Alright, well, I think starting with this guy is good, and then going to this guy is nice, but then what am I... Maybe trying to hit this guy down here? Did intercept the teeny guy there. Maybe slowing down time is going to be more helpful here for me to make micro adjustments to try to catch some of the trickier cells. Come on. Okay, now that gives me a lot more options for eating stuff if I'm smart about it. Getting better and better. I'll probably develop an intuition over time for what I need to do to, like, get back into a stable orbit. Okay. Come the biggest. That was not as good of a encounter as I was hoping for there. A long way away from the black hole. Don't eat me, please. Oh, I should have slowed down time there. I probably could have caught that dude. That's fine. I want to start here. I'm not sure. This little guy doesn't seem worth the propulsion necessary to pick him up, but... I think I dodged that just fine. On a collision course with the wall. I have to spend way too much to no longer be on a course with the wall. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about this attempt. But we probably want to get this guy first. Okay. I feel like the speedrun route in this game is going to be really interesting because I bet every level is insanely fast. You just exactly hit 2 target cells at the beginning, because you know what you're doing, which I don't. Can maybe get that guy, but if I do too much propulsion, he's going to get too big for me. Come on, stay blue, motherfucker! Ah! Pain. Okay. Too many other good nearby blue options. Thought that guy was going to pass close enough to me to just be a freebie, but... This is a mildly doomed attempt here, yeah, especially if I keep letting myself get siphoned as I pass shit. Sometimes I think I'm on course with something and I'm not. Okay. "27 minutes? Wow, that's crazy. Has this ever been a GDQ? I don't remember my emergency right click is probably better than using control scroll wheel. Okay, this is looking alright. I gotta get out of the danger zone here. That's going to be glorious. All right, that helps a lot. So not as big as I need to be, but maybe I can start getting on a path. Wonderful. Do want to get out of a collision course with the wall. Interesting. 27-ish minutes is a great time for a GDQ game. I had to waste way too much propulsion to do anything there. It was a mistake. Yeah, just start this one over. Okay. And another one straight down here. And not get siphoned by the guy near him. Don't really have a plan after that. Try not to get eaten here. Ah! Yeah, I don't really have a good intuition for orbital mechanics, so... The line is very helpful. Oops, I think I was on a collision course there. You barely need it for Outer Wilds. Far from the core loop of that game. You don't have this concern of like every bit of propulsion that you do is putting you further from winning, right? It's kind of an elegant concept that your health is also your main way of... is the thing you must spend in order to progress, right? Okay, that's good. Try to get on course for this dude here. While he's still got a blue outside. If you're trying to land on the sun or whatever. Never did that one. I think you can also just brute force it though. Ah, motherfucker. Got a little greedy. I probably could have got it. Need to get a better intuition for how many clicks I have until I'm dead in situations like that. Whoa, wrong button. Space, if I press control and right click at the same time, it jumps to max speed. So I should just right click in situations like that. Okay. Nope. That might be my next target if I can make a micro adjustment. Probably not going to be able to internalize that turn-in, but I appreciate the attempt. I think this is like a repeat play intuition kind of a game. Oh, shit. safe to not get eaten here. I think there is a guy coming up that I can probably get to. Yep, okay. So I've got a scripted third action, for lack of a better word. So now I'm on death course. I'm gonna die if can I like thread the needle here? Not if he partially eats me. Fuck, that sucks. Okay. Don't think that's enough. There's another one down here. I could do that better. And this guy. Don't need to do too much to eat him. Don't eat me, please. Okay, this guy should be able to finesse. Okay. Now I'm on a death course with the center. I basically wasted all my propulsion from the last thing I absorbed. I think in order to eat that, I have to be put in too much of a dangerous situation to be able to recover. Basically, I'm always going to lose the cell that I absorbed there, I think. I'm mad I had that attempt where I was like one click away from absorbing rather than dying, and then I probably would have been able to win from there. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is our guy. Might already be on a... Oh, not quite. Ah, fuck. Okay. But I already made an adjustment that doomed me, so let's see here. I want to see what's past him. It's fine. I need to decide what my fourth action is after if I'm able to absorb that third cell. Okay. Okay, so this boy. Good, okay. Then I have to basically immediately try to fix my trajectory to not die. Don't think I want to be orbiting in the same direction as everything else. I think that's recipe for disaster a lot of the time. Pass real close down here, right? Just want to see what happens. Do I get any lucky passes here? I only really have that one little orb that I could try to claim, so I probably need to get completely out of dodge once I claim the third one. If I go for the third one, I could try to get a different one. Ooh, that was bad. Can I recover it if I continue in this direction at all? I feel like when I start this small, I have very few targets to go for at the start, which is dangerous. I gotta use like almost no propulsion at the beginning, especially. Okay. different one than I usually go for. I think I skipped the one I usually go for. Oh, that sucks. Normally I don't get siphon there. I need to be able to fully eat that guy, just slightly passing it's not good enough. There's way too much, too many resources there. All right, let's see. This is the guy that I've historically gotten, but I think that I got here on a bad time scale this time. Yeah, I'm gonna... But I think there's another one coming up. May have just been that one. Ooh. No, he's not on a great... I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, I think I had this one and that one I fucked up. It's too bad. I don't remember what I did on that attempt. I don't think I was getting this third guy that I keep going for on that attempt. Alright, if I want to touch that guy, it's kind of a hard sell. Yeah. I'm already at a point where doing any kind of adjustment here is already super dangerous. Alright, well, I'll try to beat this in the next 13 minutes. The how long to beat is to beat all of the levels on the main campaign map, I assume. Once I go to the other category levels that don't involve the orbital mechanics, I'll probably have a much easier time. Yeah. I just need to be able to make a tiny enough adjustment there to be able to capture that third one, and then I think I can make good choices from there, but... The extra mass there is helpful. That guy doesn't quite siphon off from me. I know I can get him because I've gotten it before. Probably just have to slow time sooner. I'd also try going back out after getting these first two. Yeah, it's cool. It's a tractor repulsor and then like an intelligent thing that tries to run away from you, essentially. Zoom all the way out after this one and see if there's something else that's... Maybe I can try to get this guy out here. Maybe that's what I did the first time. It's hard to not immediately end up on a collision course with the wall there, but... Okay, that's pretty minimized. Still think grabbing one of these guys is probably my best strategy, but... It's really tough. Sure, makes sense. Yeah, I love like an accessibility feature that shows me my mass with like a number. I'm not great at intuiting how much I'm actually losing versus how much I'm actually gaining. Like if it had like a running number in white and then red showing it going down, green showing it going up, so I could tell whether I came out ahead or behind. I'm not good at feeling that out right now. This is just Invitation to Death if I don't grab that one. I feel like I grabbed that one time and then I haven't been able to recreate it. Acario, Intelligent, Orbital. Okay, I see. Oh, lame. Lame, but maybe absorbable. Let's see. This is a guy I've hit before. That's good. Okay. Not a PB, but still pretty good. I don't know the best way to get myself out of my death spiral here. Still want to try to eat some more cells if possible. Gonna get that one? Okay. I'd love to eat that guy, but I would have to maneuver to get to him, and then he would turn red by the time I got to him. Might hit this guy. Okay. Ooh, I would love to hit that guy. That would be fantastic. Come on. Hell yes. Okay. All right. So if I just stay on this orbit, can this thing steal mass from me if I get too close to it? It doesn't look like it. Just touching it is just death. Love to see it. A little worried about big guy behind me. Fortunately, I'm orbiting in the same direction as everything, which means I'm not going to get a lucky asteroid to crash into me. I keep trying to look for near misses that I can turn into near hits here. That was too much. Although I think I still came out ahead. Okay. It's feeling better. And momentum gets averaged. So this orbit's relatively safe. He says approaching the most dangerous part of it. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's see what happens here. That's lovely. Make a pretty extreme adjustment there to not die. Ooh, that sucks that he ate that and turned red as a result. That looks great. That's not so great. That's going to launch him out. Pretty cool though. You could do like a Thea level where you're like, you know, make the Mars-sized body crash into the moon, right? Crash into the Earth, creating the moon. I guess I don't know if these guys have stable orbits. No, okay, I'm slowly accreting material. Don't want to fuck this up because it's going fine right now. Level complete. Hey, first try. That was a tough one. Damn. All right, so this one I literally... Okay, this is a really interesting one to do after the one I just did because I think it's very similar, but it's very much like you need to use your propulsion perfectly. I imagine you can do that last level in like seconds. Basically have to eat everything on this map to be able to have a chance. This one is probably designed to force me to get it a little bit better. Let me see if we just have a more fortuitous interaction. Don't know that we really will. Okay. So you made a version of this game where everything has gravity. It would be very complicated. Okay. Too much. So probably going for it at the bottom here is the way to go. That good? Might be. Slightly micro adjust. Okay, so then it's always one or two that I will have the size to do. Fortunately, I begin orbiting in the same direction as everything. I'm curious if the other cells happen to touch the thing in the center. Do they just get eaten? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have to repeat the levels, so I should do all three. Okay, I can go over time a little bit then to make sure that I finish. That's fine. Thanks for the heads up. That was way too much. Okay. Not the speed to get it there. It's hard for me to like visualize how the adjusted orbit is going to, because I have to like both. I wish I could toggle to see every other body's orbital path, even just as an accessibility feature to try to help me learn. I think we want to have a tight orbit to start, right? We don't want to adjust it until I'm already got some speed here. Only just barely going to be able to eat that if I even get close enough to it, which I will not. Okay. Yeah, we're likely to beat Spyro 3 super early today, so I don't mind going over 10-15 minutes on this one just to make sure that we have a save point. It's too bad that it can't do checkpoints mid-stage, though. Like I did this right a couple attempts ago and haven't been able to recreate it. No. I just felt it in my bones that one time and haven't been able to get it back again. Okay, let's see. So you were saying I want to go perpendicular to the orbit? Or I have more power going perpendicular to it? All the way around. Yeah, I don't really intuit that. Using I do propulsion with the orbit, then I'm just speeding up on my existing path, right? If I push against it, I can do a lot. I shouldn't be thinking about it in terms of speed. I should be thinking of it in terms of fuel efficiency, I guess. Okay. Definitely use more fuel that time. There's only one that's clearly blue here. This one's really hard. Propulsion behind you expands your orbit and slows down the far side of the orbit. Propulsion in front of you shrinks the orbit, which also speeds up the far side of the orbit. Okay, that's complicated to think about, but I think I get it. Closer to the side, it rotates the orbit around you. Seems pretty good. Really grateful for the time slow. That was a smart mechanic to include here. It's just rocket science. See if Andrea has a better intuition for this. She was going to come join for Spyro, so she'll probably tune in for part of this. Although she would be mad at being called a rocket scientist. Okay. I'm fucked. This is a really hard level. I think this is much harder than the previous one. Okay. I think doing something like this is probably correct, though. If I can get the micro adjustment a little bit better. Okay, that gets me on a stable orbit. A little dangerous there. I feel like I have to make a really big move to be able to get the next one. Maybe it's not as big as I think it is. Propulsion in front of you shrinks the orbit, speeds up the far side. Okay, so I think I need to understand that to have a chance at this level, right? So let's think about what Tiernin's saying. Yeah, I think the game would be basically unplayable without this orbit visualizer. It would for me anyway. Trying to increase size of egg. Already hosed? I think I might already be hosed. Oh, this guy is technically grabbable, but I just gotta have like a really fortuitous meeting with him. This is the last of the 3 levels for this pack, right? If I have to go significantly over to beat it, that's okay. Andrea can come make fun of me here in a second. Yeah, I'd love to like be able to hold a button where while I'm holding that button, I can mouse over an entity and see its current orbit. That guy is slightly blue, so if I got lucky and happened to crash into him, I would eat him. I just can't use any propulsion to reach him. Alright, this might be my chance. Not like that, though. I really fucked that up, damn. Try to think of this in terms of trying to get my orbit on the path with this thing. And then time slowing when I get close to it. I need to already be on the intercept course by the time I get there, and increasing the size of my orbit like that makes me effectively go slower. So I want to already be going kind of fast when I'm trying to reach him. I want to be able to do it when it's time to intersect. Let me keep trying to fuck with this to get the egg where I need it to go. I need to get to a save point in this game, so I haven't started Spyro yet, but you might find this game amusing. Trying to do orbital mechanics to eat smaller bodies. What's that? That's fine. I can figure out what shape to do so I can routinely get this every attempt. That would go a long way. Yeah, I can check the VOD to double check, but... this might be okay. And again, it would be really nice to be able to see its orbit to compare.
Solve the 3-body problem?
Fortunately, I only have to worry about 1 body, but that's still too many bodies. I need to eat this little blue guy. If one of these bodies is red, it's bigger than me and will eat me if I touch it.
Okay.
If one of them's blue, I can eat it because I'm bigger than it. But every time I do propulsion, I'm jettisoning material and getting smaller. So I have to very carefully jettison material at exactly the right spot in the orbit, and I have zero intuition for orbital mechanics, so I don't really have a feel for how I should be doing it to minimize my material usage and getting my speed just right. Let's try to do the same motion every time I get like around there in the orbit, maybe. I think he's going too fast for me to catch him. I think I already have to be at speed. The couple times I've caught him, it's been, may have already done something by like here. Maybe even later. Yeah, that's just not enough. So this white line projects my current orbit. As long as it's white, it's stable. If it turns red, it means I'm going to crash either into the black hole or into the wall. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, and if I make the orbit too wide too early, I can't catch it, right? Let me try doing it late, maybe. Maybe I'm going too early. Got him. Okay.
Nice.
This is the fun, so I'll get a save point if I can beat this one. Okay, I'm gonna try. So we got one that I can obviously get and one that I can barely get, assuming I don't get eaten by these dudes. I need to widen my orbit, which means propulsion behind me, which I probably should do in slow motion to minimize wasted. And I can turn speed up and down. I'm trying to catch this blue guy here, but now I kind of just have to wait for him to be on a collision course with me where I can make a slight adjustment to hit him without crashing into something else, right? It might be good to try at the very beginning. I don't know how hard it is to like completely reverse course, because the fact that I'm orbiting in the same direction as them makes it much more difficult. I have fewer attempts to interact with them, right? So if I fail here, which I feel like I've already failed, I feel like I already used too much propulsion to get that last one. Oh. Maybe. Oh, I don't have an intuition for what would change it to get it in the right spot. Stop thinking about orbiting and just think about the normal cell osmosis mechanics here. Okay, but now I'm on a collision course with the wall, so I have to fix that. I don't really have a feel for... Okay. This guy's still blue. PB. It's the best I've ever done.
Nice.
Never eaten a second one in this level before. I think I'm psyching myself out with the, like, understand the orbital mechanics. Like, I could also just, like, try to play based on vibes, which is what got me as far as I have gotten. This level is scary, though, because I have to eat literally everything, and other levels there have been excess elements that I was able to ignore. I feel like it's going to take a long time. Yeah, I'd love to, like, hold down O or something and hover over this guy and have it show me a projection of its orbit. When you're close, you can swap the vibes and do okay.
It's really big.
Well, these are cells, technically. It's just that the mechanism is the same, right?
Wow.
The game's called Osmos. But I guess it's called Osmos, like it could be Cosmos. I don't think it's... Wait. A little worried about hitting the wall here, but... got to be careful with creating or jettisoning too much material here. I guess maybe if I just do a quick little tap that barely uses any material, it feels like it uses a ton, but...
For the wall.
Right. So we got 2 more guys. Try to watch the way they're currently going. 2 that have 2 levels, 1 that has 4 levels. All the rest have 3. Okay, thank you. Just be good to plan for next time.
Trying to get away from the.
Well, if the orbit's white, I'm completely safe.
No, I know, but like it doesn't go over
Oh,
course.
I see what you're saying.
Like,
Yeah.
right now you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, because I could go grab him, but then I'm gonna like die instantly, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, because my orbit changes when I eat him. Okay. Might actually win here. I'm bigger than 2 of them now, which is a good sign. You're aiming for a collision and get it with the same orbit thing. It will help fix your orbit. Okay. I see what you're saying. Save me from hitting the wall. This is a invention of the game, having the little black hole thing with gravity, right? The base game is just you're kind of floating around and you're eating the other cells based on whether you're bigger or smaller than them. And then you're like still jettisoning material to move around. So the idea that there's a thing in the middle that has gravity is a video game invention.
Very good. Okay.
But it makes the name of the game clever because it's Osmos, and it could be osmosis or it could be cosmos, depending on what level you're doing, right? Oh, that would have been good. Okay, so it is going to be possible. Yeah, unfortunately, the game is
Hold on, that guy.
conducted in here, you think? The game's conducted in sets of 3 levels, so I'm over time because I don't. Thank you, Andrea. Zone complete. Hey, first try. That was fucking very difficult. This is a really cool game. So thank you for sharing. Future Marstead, I guess go ahead. Why don't do the gravity levels because they're hard. You probably need a long time to prepare. You need to do all of the levels in order to be able to save the game. So make sure, you know, if you need to end early so that you're not going way over time, end early. But these ones should be a little bit easier than these 2 guys. Really cool game, though. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for warning me about the save thing, because that would have been a super bummer.